Tulane Stadium in uptown New Orleans, one of the two best stadiums in the country, according to a young Craig Kelley. For Kelley, it was where he and his mother Louise would spend Sunday afternoons cheering on their beloved New Orleans Saints. His mother was the sports fan in the Kelley family. She purchased season tickets in 1968 and hardly missed a game in nearly 20 years.
Jones has two receivers to the right, goes back in the pocket, cocks his arm, shoots one.
The other great stadium, according to Kelley, Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. And on Saturday nights as a child, he would listen to radio broadcasts of LSU games, as long as he practiced his piano lessons the week prior. There was no doubt in Kelley's mind as to where he would attend college, LSU. Like many young students, Kelley's first couple of years were spent trying to figure out his career path. But when taking a radio journalism class in his junior year, it all became clear. Kelley was doing a radio story on education, and one of Craig's sources was the superintendent of the Louisiana Department of Education, Kelley Nix. Apparently, the interview went pretty well.
At the end of the interview, he thought I handled myself well enough that he offered me a position on his publicity staff for the last 2 years of my college career. If I hadn't had that student radio class, I don't think I ever would have considered being a publicist rather than a reporter.
After graduating from the Manship School in 1982, he received his master's in sports administration from Ohio University. He then returned to Baton Rouge to work in the LSU Sports Information Department, from there to the New Orleans Saints organization in 1984. And in 1985, a position opened up in the Indianapolis Colts organization. Kelley would spend the next 29 years working for the Colts, 24 of those years as Chief Communication and Public Affairs Officer.
And we had an organization that had a lot of guys that really, quite frankly, in their 20s with a lot of responsibility that grew up together in the NFL, and Craig was one of those guys.
Kelley's job entailed everything from handling media to coordinating all pertinent information for newspaper reporters, radio and television broadcasters who covered the Colts. And one of those broadcasters was a classmate back at James Madison Elementary in Metairie, Jim Nance of CBS.
I think one of my great thrills of my professional career is being able to have my professional career intersect with Craig's. Two kids who grew up in Metairie, Louisiana, same Cub Scout pack, Miss Archer's class, and then one day that friendship would be renewed. And I'd come in and call Colts games, and Craig was the face of the franchise and our link for all the media that was covering and broadcasting their games.
In a highly public and stressful job, Kelley was seen by his peers and colleagues as one of the best in the league. Like many publicists, Kelley's success was measured by the positive press given to his organization, namely the Colts players and staff.
You're dealing with 53 different personalities among the players. You're dealing with a head coach who has a message that he wants to get across, a general manager, an owner. And then you also understand that the media on the other side has to do their job. They want to gather information. They want to get information out to their readers, to their listeners. So you have all these different agendas and different personalities, and putting them together and getting the best possible mix, very difficult. And Craig did that job as well as anyone.
As someone who also has a journalism degree, I can speak with experience. You learn the basics on campus. LSU prepared Craig for his life after college. He learned on campus how to be a professional. But you actually become a professional when your classroom becomes reality, when you have to deal on a daily basis with success, with failure, with crisis. Craig never flinched. He obviously learned his lessons at LSU well.
One of the highlights of Kelley's career was working with successful colleagues like Tony Dungy and fellow New Orleanian and two-time Super Bowl champion Peyton Manning.
Craig always had me in the right place, and always good to give me a reminder on the team we were playing against, and something that might be going on that I needed to be aware of. And so, obviously a New Orleans guy, so you knew he was going to be on top of things all the time.
Today, aside from recently co-authoring a book on Peyton Manning, Craig is retired from football. He and wife Katie now reside in Naples, Florida, enjoying the warmer weather and their grandkids.
We're really happy. It's so befitting for you to receive this honor tonight, and please take it in and enjoy it because you deserve it. Thank you.
Let me just say that with great heartfelt appreciation, I'm so proud of you, and your friendship means the world to me. Congratulations, LSU, you picked the right man to honor here tonight.
Congratulations to Craig Kelley, the 2016 Manship School of Mass Communication recipient.